soul is thirsty. Whoa.
All right, we are here with, oh yes, celebrities. We have celebrities here with us. This is a rare occurrence, actually.
It is to have this many celebrities in one
It
place.
is.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. One celebrity was actually on the radio today. Look at God.
Yes.
That's right.
But we're going to start with the celebrity manager. We're going to start with Lamyron.
CEO.
Yes.
The servant.
CEO. That sounds so professional, doesn't it?
Yes.
Tell us about Integrity Consulting and Management.
It is actually a talent management company. We specialize in Christian and gospel artists, comedians, things of that nature. Very unique and diverse gifts in the body of Christ, and we go out and try to enlighten people in a different way about Christ, and to kind of help take the burden off of everyday life and the pressure off of young people, and introduce them to Christ in a very dope manner.
Very nice.
Yes.
So how did you rally these guys? We've got Erica Cumbo.
I stalked him.
That's a little creepy. We've got Genesis Blunt.
And I was just a fan, actually, in the audience.
Okay. All right. And then we've got a superstar, Big Red. He's on the radio these days.
So funny.
Well, first of all, you can see they're all comedians. So they don't just do music, but they're all comedians as well. But actually, it's kind of interesting. It actually all started with Big Red. You know, Big Red was part of a rap group that was kind of spinning his wheels, wasn't really sure the direction that they were going to go, and he had this burning desire to go out, and God had spoke to him about, he gave him a gift, and he wanted him to use his gift. And so I was just being a brother and a friend and encouraging him to go out and really do what God asked him or told him to do. And then he calls me out of the blue one day and says, "Hey man, I'm gonna do it, but I'm not gonna do it unless you're gonna walk with me and be like the manager and help me with this process." So I thought, as a friend, yeah, I'll do that, not realizing that it was gonna actually turn into a full-fledged business. And from there, we put our minds together and began the EP process, and was getting ready to promote that. And next thing you know, one of our dear friends, comedian Mike Goodwin, kind of learned of what we were doing, and he was starting his career and he wanted to be a part of it, so he came on to ICM. So therefore, we had to legally formalize a company to move forward, and we got to the place of his album release party, and he had a great relationship with Erica and reached out to her to be a part of that. And Erica and I met that night at the album release party, and things just clicked with her husband and with her and with my wife. And a couple weeks later, we put that deal together, and we just started moving forward from there. And since then, you guys know about Yenra, which is her baby's
My
daddy.
baby daddy. Shout out to you, right? He couldn't be here today, but it's okay, boo, because we represent, we hold it down for you.
And he happens to be your husband as well.
Right.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, of 5 years.
Baby daddy sounds more adventurous.
Right.
I mean,
Just
dang.
had to let people know.
But Yenra has come on, and then and just recently, the lovely, talented Genesis
Yes.
Blunt,
Yes.
she has come about, and she's kind of added, brought us full circle. A missing element that we would definitely wanted that she's provided in. So now we've formalized a team, and we're going out and we're ministering.
That's awesome. Now you mentioned the EP Around the World, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we actually interviewed you earlier. Was it maybe last year?
Yeah.
Okay. So what has life been like after the EP?
Wow. I mean, I'm continually amazed at the doors that God continues to open. I think the EP was a great foundation. This whole process has been a learning process, especially as an indie artist. Nobody's necessarily gonna say, "Hey, Red, this is exactly how you do it." But I think even from finding producers to finding studios to to writing lyrics and artists to collab with, you know, to copywriting your music, you know, the business side of music, you know, reading books and blogs and all those things. I think that it just helped to make me a more well-rounded business person as an artist, to add on to the God factor. He already he does the creative part, you know, but that business side, I think is where a lot of indie artists can grow. So, I mean, since the EP, you know, that foundation has been laid, and I'm just looking forward to doing more creative things, you know, and really just tapping into the heart of God for what he has to say, you know, and how he wants me to say it and being comfortable in it, you know. So it's been awesome.
Y'all might want to get up. You ain't gonna be able to eat your chicken and dance to this one. So come on, put your hands together. Hey, I see you bobbing your head. Come on. Yeah. Woo! Jesus, off the finish of face suicides. No, I ride to the pinnacle. No, I love first. Even when I was cynical, tried to find another that's better, and that was difficult. He started from eternity past, went to the end of it, and gave a son who goes to war with benefits. Heart's desires, he gives them every whim. Don't climb the left side, he told you tell it, take a swim. His name is excellent, it spreads to the earth. I'm using God's brand to tell the world his worth. Convicted of sin, I'll make you a conqueror. Thirsty, living water comes in the slur. I can't even hold it, man, I'm about to go berserk. Cause he's righteous in every way, holy in his works. Wanna be a baller and just fall to the ball. Just make sure you fall with the rock, fall for the ball. Come on, he's for the ball. Hands down, he's for the ball. You're here, so you might as well raise him. Come on, hey, hands down.
What does it mean to be Lord of all? I tell you this much, his track record is flawless. In him you can trust. He'll put you out of your sin when you're finally tired of it. Replace it with righteousness, make you wired of it. Tired of waking up in a different bed.
Full project coming.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
We need to, you know, you can't just do the 5-song thing. It's
Right. I
you
mean,
know, we
but
need more.
there have been some collaborations. Had the opportunity to do collab with Alexis Spike on her song Steady, and which you all support. Thank you so much for that. Actually, Yenra and I, her baby daddy, and I have a song together on his EP.
Okay.
It's a song called Like You. There's another collab coming down the pipeline very soon. Possibly another one. So I've been doing more collabs this year, but after this one last one that's in the stable, that's it, and I'm going all in on the full project.
Yeah, we can't wait to hear it. I know it's gonna be dope. Oh yes.
Thank you.
Oh yes. Speaking of a full project, Erica. It's all about you.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Beauty for Ashes.
beauty.
Okay, so one, title concept, and two, what has the experience been like since you dropped that album? What is the response?
Beauty for Ashes has a double meaning for me. One, of course, it comes from Isaiah 61, where God was saying, you know, come to me and I'll, you know, give you joy, the oil of joy, no, gladness for your sorrow, and, you know, things like that. And he said, I'll give you beauty for ashes. And I know that's something that everybody at some point in time can relate to. Like, you know, we've gone through things and we feel like the fire has just, you know, just destroyed everything, and all we have left is ashes. And God is like, I'll give you, you know, beauty for those ashes. And so, and then on the other side, it was released on 9/11, originally from New York, born and raised. So when I had just moved to Atlanta a year before the Twin Towers, you know, and all the terrorist attacks, and I was just crushed, like when I saw it on, you know, the news, and I was just like, oh my God. So, and just to see the resilience of how, you know, people are moving forward and you know, things like that, it was kind of like my homage to my home, you know, state, my hometown, you know, that God will give you beauty for ashes as well. And so it just had that double meaning for me. I've gotten a great response. So many people like so many different songs. Like everybody has their favorite, which is awesome to me because I'm like, okay, I'm making something that somebody can relate to, on a different level. And a lot of people have given me testimonies of how it's helped them through. That's I know I can speak for all of us. That's the reason why we do music. We want it to be and make an impact and be ministry in everything that we do, and not just making music just to say that we're artists. We want it to pierce your heart in some kind of way, to let you know that there's hope in God, that He loves you. So the response has been great, and so now I know it's time for album number 2. Feels like another birth of a baby, another process, but I think I'm ready for it now. So.
Everybody, come on, let's say hallelujah. As the heavens and the earth sing, you're exalted as your praises ring, 'cause you live in the praises, and Lord, you deserve it. Lord, your love is everlasting, and your mercy's through with the rising sun. So as your children, we rejoice and we give you praise. Hallelujah, come on, hallelujah. Come on, everybody, say.
I wrote Free to Be Me when I was 17. I'm now 23. I'll be 24 in 2 months. So a lot has happened. A lot has changed from 17 to almost 24. And when I wrote Free to Be Me, I really did feel free to be me and who I was, who I was. And I was really like on fire for Jesus, whatever. And it seemed like as soon as I wrote the song, we recorded it, and it started releasing. So many different things happened from then.
Wow.
Even to a point where I kind of started feeling like, this ain't what I'm supposed to be doing. I miss God. I wrote the song cool, but I'm glad you feel free to be you, but I'm currently not feeling free to be me. And so for a while, honestly, for a while, I wouldn't even sing the song. And I had people, like, hey, we love the song, we buying it, when you gonna be singing it? And I would go to different places and sing everybody else's song and would not sing my own song because I felt trapped.
Wow.
I hadn't felt the release that I once had. And so I began to pray, and I really asked God to help me get back to that place of freedom, to that place of, walking in liberty and embracing who I really am. And as I was praying, I got this crazy, and it may be crazy revelation, but my name is Genesis Shekinah. It's what my mother named me. And as I was praying, God said to me, your mother strategically named you Genesis Shekinah. You have the privilege, unlike so many others, of starting over and having the glory of God follow you every single time. So as I begin to cry, that's where my freedom, took place. And it was not long after I lost a very dear friend of mine in a tragic car accident about a year ago. And I was praying, and I was like, Lord, something got to give, because right now I'm feeling like throwing in the towel. This is it. So then I was given the scripture, Isaiah 43 and 19, where it says, something new is happening. Something new is happening. So now when I sing the song, it's a whole nother, I'm walking in a whole nother freedom. At one point in time it was this, but now it's so different, and it's Destiny's Child said, ain't no feeling like being free. and for real, Ain't no feeling like being free.
Freedom of just being me. I am the apple of his eye, above and not beneath. So that's why I hold my head up high.
Yes, ma'am.
What are your favorite songs from these artists sitting next to you? You've been listening. We're gonna find out right here.
My favorite songs. I would say that my favorite song from Big Red is going to be War. You know, what a lot of people don't know about me, I'm kind of laid back in the cut, but I'm a little fiery. You know, I'm a competitor, I'm an athlete, you know. I love the upfront, in-your-face gospel. I love the fact that the gospel's not apologetic, and I love that. So War is probably my favorite song on his EP because it's really up in your face, and it demands for you to make a decision for where you are in your life at that time, whether you're going to be this way or be that way. So that would be my favorite. For Beauty for Ashes project, I would say, and this is going to be tough, I know that her most popular song is Halle, which you guys support tremendously, but I think for me, my favorite song is Daily I. I believe that is my favorite. For the simple reason of daily, I have to make a decision to go after God wholeheartedly, even when I don't feel like it. You know, even as Genesis was saying a few moments ago, when I can't figure out or see what it is that God is really doing in my life, I have to make the decision to daily. I have to choose Him, go after Him, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it seems like. And that song ministers to me every time I listen to it. And for me with Genesis, because we're kind of in the infant stages of her project, on her Reverb Nation site, she's got a song For the Record. She's got a couple of different versions of it, but she's got a really slow version of that song that just really ministers to me of the reason why she loves God the way she loves God. And again, even though it's in her own flow, but it's unapologetic. It's letting you know up front, hey, this is how I feel about God. I don't care what you think about it, but this is where I'm at with it, and I love that about it. Yeah.
Now, okay, so all of you guys are in different stages as far as your music ministry. So you two have actually been doing this for quite some time, and then you're kind of getting your feet wet in it. All of you have, I guess, different experiences. What, I guess, tidbit of advice can each one of you give an independent artist based on where you are and what you've learned? For the emerging artist, the person who's just now coming out, you know, what have you learned even in your time, you know, that you can help someone else?
Don't ever stay away from these seasoned folk. And never get to a place where you think you know it all. And I come across a lot of, you know, people, and we just starting out, but you know everything. Like, how you know that? Like, you don't know that for real. So I'm always asking questions. You know, they'll tell you on the way up here. I'm like, okay, so what do I need to do to get this? And, you know, this is looking like this, and I don't know what to do. So looking for that help and having people, you know, in your corner to say, no, Jen, you don't need to do that, or this is what you need to do, and this is going to make this hot, or let's just not do that at all. You know, you need that kind of, you know, support, and not only that business savvy, but you need people to pray for you. You need people, because when you step out and you say, this is something that I want to do, you're going to have a lot of different things coming at you. In that beginning stage, it can be disheartening sometimes when you go in different places and, everybody knows everybody, and then it's like, hey, yeah, and the girl who, what's your name again? You know what I'm saying? So, you need them to be like, yo, you killed tonight, we praying for you, it's gonna work out, because it can be disheartening. So you need somebody to be there on the business side, and you need somebody praying you through, while you're going through it.
I would say, because I think the elder stateswoman over here has the most experience.
Right.
Get the heck out of
I
here.
rebuke that.
Yeah.
She has the
Get
most.
out of here.
I can give my little tidbits.
Whatever.
I think I would just say enjoying the journey. To just be comfortable in where you are right now, and to not be jealous. I think you have to be very real with yourself and very intentional to say, I'm not going to allow myself to become jealous of where someone else is in their stage and where they are in their journey. Genesis and I were talking earlier today. You do not know. You can see all the glory. You don't know the story. You don't know how many seeds that person has sown. And just because someone has not maybe necessarily sown it in the public eye, doesn't mean that they haven't served. Someone may have been serving in the infant toddler ministry at their church, or in the nursing home ministry or something like that, and it's just God, now they're stepping into where God has led them to, and He's anointing that in this season right now. But but at the end of the day, just enjoying the journey, and enjoying the process, and being comfortable with where you are, and just staying connected to the heart of God, for what He wants you to do, what lane He wants you to be in, how He wants you to say, how He wants you to communicate His word, So how Erica does it is different from how Genesis does it, is different from how I do it. I can't look at Genesis and say, like, man, her song is this. I need to change so I can do mine. It's like, no, Genesis is gonna reach people that I can't reach. I'm gonna reach people that Erica can't reach. And it just, but at the end of the day, it's a beautiful thing, So
It's about accepting the gift that God gave you for how He gave it to you.
Right.
And just appreciate it and use it especially.
I was something that Red hit on was definitely something I was gonna say for an indie artist. Don't despise the small beginnings. Always keep the servant's heart. I know for me, watching Ken, his whole process, I've watched him and been able to serve with him since I was like 15 years old. And I would just watch him be so faithful in our youth ministry. Like every day he was up there, making tracks and doing this and doing that. And he was, often traveling, but he would always come back, serving. It is so key to be grounded in your ministry, like where you are in your church and serving. That is so huge, because that teaches you a lot. Like I have grown, and I am prepared to do what I do now as far as ministry outside of church, because I got trained like in service, like serving with the teens. That's how I got started, and I wasn't doing it to try to get somewhere. I wasn't trying to do it with an ulterior motive. I was genuinely doing it. Okay, Lord, I want to give you my gift. Show me whatever you want me to do with it. And God trained me. He showed me how to lead. He showed me how to do this and do that over here. And then when God wanted me to move, then He propelled me to go out and be able to do what I trained. And even now, I'm back in youth ministry, serving again. And it's so key, like having a servant's heart is so key, because if you're not willing to submit to your pastors or to a church, which blows my mind. I don't understand how you have artists who like are not submitted to anybody. They don't go to a church. They just kind of go and, oh, I'm an evangelist. Okay, but who are you who are you sitting under? Like who's your covering? Who's training you? Like what that I don't understand that. But it is so vital to be connected to your church and serving and because you learn so much about a servant's heart, and then you take that as you go minister other places, and then that keeps you grounded, so when you have situations that are not favorable, you can still, okay, well, I know how to shift and move right here. Oh, I can hear God. Oh, well, I'm supposed to get paid this, but this is not happening. What do I do now? Do I just walk away, or do I, go ahead and serve and sow the seed anyway? Like stuff that serving is so crucial. It takes you so many places. Like I said, I watched Canton, and the reason, I totally believe the reason why he is where he is now is because of his servant's heart. He's willing to serve under and submit himself to a man and woman of God, and fulfill their vision. And God is like, okay, you're faithful over the little. I see you. Now I can trust you over here with this. That is so key. So, and keeping that humility no matter what, because as an indie artist, yeah, you can. Just because you put out a mixtape don't mean you have officially arrived. Right. You need to put in work. Serve, even if it's like 3 people that show up at the event. Serve, sing and rap as if it was 50 million people there. Be faithful with the little things, and then God can make you ruler over much. If not, you're gonna be in the same circle, trying to make it big, and God ain't gonna let you get nowhere until you pass the test of servanthood. So that is a huge key for me.
I guess for my life and my journey and my situation, it actually boils down to everything Erica just said. I believe that I am currently where I'm at now, and that we were experiencing the success and being put in the places that we're currently being put at now, simply because I'm submitted. And I am 100% connected to my man and woman of God. And I serve in any capacity that comes available. Where there's something that needs to be done, if somebody doesn't step up and do it, I'm going to do it. And I believe that because I put myself in that position, God has made room for me.
Yes.
And for us to be elevated in places that maybe some other people might not have had been the opportunity to get elevated to, because they haven't had that type of submission.
Right.
And so I tell anyone that one key point is that God is going to always honor faithfulness.
Yes.
If you're unfaithful, God can't really work with you because you're unreliable. And so, not that I'm perfect, and I'm not tooting my own horn by any stretch of imagination, but my goal is to be as faithful as I possibly can, and I believe God truly honors that. And so that when you go out and step out on faith and do things that He's put in your life to do, He makes room for you to be able to achieve that. I guess for my life and my journey and my situation, it actually boils down to everything Erica just said. I believe that I am currently where I'm at now, and that we were experiencing the success and being put in the places that we're currently being put at now, simply because I'm submitted. And I am 100% connected to my man and woman of God. And I serve in any capacity that comes available. Where there's something that needs to be done, if somebody doesn't step up and do it, I'm going to do it. And I believe that because I put myself in that position, God has made room for me.
Yes.
And for us to be elevated in places that maybe some other people might not have been the opportunity to get elevated to, because they haven't had that type of submission.
Right.
And so I tell anyone that one key point is that God is going to always honor faithfulness.
Yes.
If you're unfaithful, God can't really work with you because you're unreliable. And so, not that I'm perfect, and I'm not tooting my own horn by any stretch of imagination, but my goal is to be as faithful as I possibly can, and I believe God truly honors that. And so that when you go out and step out on faith and do things that He's put in your life to do, He makes room for you to be able to achieve that.
I'll start with me. Hi, I'm Veronica, and you can reach me. You can reach me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, my website. Website is ericacumbo.net, www. You already know that part. Erica Cumbo, Cumbo, not combo, like I've heard all my life.
Not a number two.
And, right, it's not a number 2 combo at McDonald's. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Erica Cumbo. Just look me up and keep in contact with me and be like, what up, E? I'll be like, what up, cuz?
Yeah, you can check me out on my website as well, www.thegenesis.net. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The Genesis is how you can find.
I am on Facebook. I'm on Twitter at GetICM. My email address is integrityconsult.mgmt@gmail.com. And I'm kind of a picture freak, so I'm on Instagram, and you can find me under Mr. Button Down.
Because he got an EP coming out.
Mr. Button Down. Hey, Mr. Button Down.
Hey.
Selfie King, aka Selfie King.
Right.
That was good. Perfect.
Yo.
Yes. Perfect.
Yo, and you can find me at bigred.com. That's BIGREDD.com. I'm also on Twitter at officialbigred. I'm on Instagram, Big Red Music. Also on YouTube, I have a YouTube channel. You can check me out on Pandora. There's make a Big Red Pandora station, and Facebook, Big Red Music. Yeah.
You have been contracted by ABC, NBC, I don't know, whomever, to create a sitcom. What is the name of your sitcom? What is this sitcom about? You all are characters. Who are you?
The sitcom is called So You Want This Life.
So you want this life?
So you think you want this life?
Yes.
Think you want this life?
No, you don't want this life.
You don't want this life.
Starring Mr. Button Down.
Mr. Button Down.
Starring,
Who you gonna be today?
I'm trying to think. Shoot,
The one with
I
the
don't know.
chicken leg and the sandwich bag.
Aquanisha. Starring Aquanisha Latray. The pregnant lady who still be trying to club and couldn't find no babysitter, so I had to bring my baby with me and ask a stranger to watch my child for 2 hours, and they're gonna be hungry in the next 20 minutes, so I leave a bottle with them. And then I gotta go turn up for 2 hours, and then I gotta go to try to find my baby after I turn up. Okay, but I still got my Welch's juice because I gotta be healthy for my baby that's growing, because that's what the doctor has said.
He did say that. He did.
And I'm an aspiring artist too.
Yeah.
Aquanisha Latray.
Yeah. And I'm her homegirl, Lil Neat Neat.
Yeah.
Lil Neat Neat. And I be picking her up sometimes because her car be breaking down all the time. And we have to get to these gigs or whatever. So when her car be broke, then I got to pick her up. But my door don't open, so she had to like crawl, you know.
I know I had to put the baby in first with her car
And then she
seat.
like crawl over.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
be getting to the gigs, though.
Yeah.
We be smashing.
smashing.
all the time.
We trying to get us a reality show so we can pay for some of our bills and get a new car.
Yeah. Because the baby need a new car seat.
Cause we riding dirty, she ain't got one.
Yeah.
But don't tell nobody.
Yeah, don't put that on the this live.
Oh shoot, this live. Just live.
And I'm Marcus. And I've been praying for them for a while. And, I see, especially, Stanisha, Juanisha, LaQuay.
Aquanisha
Yeah, she-
Latray
Yeah.
and Lil Neat Neat.
Neat, neat.
And Neek, I think they,
That
they
is
want the
awesome.
fame. They want the fame, and I'm praying for them. So that's my role in the show. Is I'm constantly praying for them. You know, I want to see the Lord, you know, really.
For real, because he light skinned. Oh my God.
Girl.
He tripping.
You know,
He bougie. He be in my broke car though.
Y'all.
To them gigs though. When we had to get, he be crawling in
He
the
do be
back,
covering
too,
his
you
face
know,
though. He
That's
don't want
okay.
nobody
He
to
be trying
see
to
him.
act like he don't want to get in the car, but he know he want to get in the car.
Cause he need a ride.
Cause he think he want this life.
He would try you my food stamps too.
And he trying to get your Wilson
He
grape
did.
juice. I
They don't want this life.
So to answer your question, so you think you want this life? As you can see, this is our life right here. This is our life.
You
Okay?
know you want this life.
You gotta be 100% positive you want this life, because if we didn't have this type of humor, if we didn't have these type of personalities, if we didn't have this type of character, we'd be pulling our hair out.
Yes.
We'd be banging our head up against this quartz table right now. So, you know, so Mr. Button Down, Marcus, little Neat, and
Aquanisha Latray, they acting like
Latray.
it's hard to say.
Hey, so you think you want this life?
Yeah, you don't want this life.
You don't want this life.
you weren't expecting all that.
You wasn't expecting that.
And we all anointed. We all
Yeah, I
anointed.
got the Holy Ghost or whatever.
I went to church last Sunday
Boom.
of last year.
Oh, yeah.
And I keep tithes and offering in the plate. For real.
In my plate.
I'm praying for you.
My own offering plate.
So can we ask y'all a question?
Yes.
What's your thoughts right now about all this?
Now I know that Whitney said crack is whack.
Wait, before you start talking about crack, because I had needed it. And, you know, we almost had got busted in Atlanta.
I mean, they
because-
had to stop her bed.
Yeah.
I was like, boo, did you leave it in your bed again?
But see what?
Stop.
I be trying to explain to her my throat coat need a little bit of something lace.
She be
so I had
lacing
to
it.
lace.
Makes it good and smooth.
It
Put a little
do.
bit, but you gotta put like a half a teaspoon.
And see, they try to, you know, get in my bag and my stash, but we had got away because we had
I'm
made
gonna tell you
it.
something real
okay.
on the low down.
Inshallah,
A little bit of weed in it. A little bit of weed. I'll take it those. I'll take it
Right, okay.
those. They got the new thing called crocodile.
Oh,
But it be eating your flesh. I don't understand how people think that's cool. It eat your flesh. Where they do that at?
It's your man, Big Red,
It's your boy Lamyron Jenkins.
Hey, girl, Genesis.
And Erica Cumbo.
and you are listening to the Next Generation Station.
Thirsty Soul Radio.
Let's go.
My soul is thirsty. Whoa. Thirsty. Why